Well, hello there and welcome back to the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. I am your host, Jesse Showalter. Excited to be here. It's Friday, y'all. We've made it through 2 weeks of Daily Creative Challenge, and this is the last day of the challenge, which is sad. It's sadness. I'm sorry. I'm gonna miss you guys. We have a bunch of people jumping in the chat though, so we don't have to be sad because we got time today to hang out and talk and be friends. We got people coming in from Alaska. Michael Frostbutter's in the house. Raphael, Zoe, Michael, Jen, Eric, Edvardston, and Guzin, and Cody Bear, and lots of people. We got, let me see, Sam Peterson is moderating our chat today. There's some, maybe a mix-up in the previous stream, so they got cut off very suddenly. I think they were just having so much fun they lost track of time. But Holly Castillo says she was anxiously waiting for their feedback on her website. Well, maybe post the link here or put it in the Discord or any of your work from this Daily Creative Challenge. Maybe I'll get a chance to take a look at your work because that's what's up. So tell me where you're at on this amazing Friday. And while you're doing that, yeah, I know Holly says it's disappointing. I know it's disappointing, but there are more streams to be had, more fun, more jokes, more design here on Behance. So stick with us. Okay, let's see. Moshi says, what is on the front of your cap? Wouldn't you like to know? I'll never tell. There's definitely a graphic back here, but I'm not gonna tell. That's my secret. I'm just kidding. It's nothing good. It's nothing special. Miguel says hello to me. Hello back to you. Hello to everybody who's in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, you should jump over really quickly right now to Behance so you can watch it live and actually interact in the live chat. And if you're wondering, what is this whole Daily Creative Challenge nonsense? You've arrived here on the last day. It's not nonsense. It's awesome. And you're able to go back and watch all of these streams and participate today and look forward to future streams as well. But this is what it is, sharpening your UI and UX design skills in just 9 challenges. And we are on the 9th and final challenge today. Each day you receive a challenge. And so we've been working on things like repeat grid, auto animate, how about voice prototyping, component states, feedback, lots of fun stuff in Adobe XD. And all the designs we've been doing have been focusing on connectivity during this disconnected kind of time. So we want to stay indoors, we want to stay safe, we want to do what we need to do to help people out and save lives, but we also want to stay connected. So we've been having fun. I think my favorite of these challenges so far was actually the kids watch party app that we created day before yesterday. That one was tons and tons of fun. Today we're going to be doing some advanced prototyping, so we got to get to it quick. This is our final one. You can get started and actually download the starting file, and you can also continue to scroll down and you can see all of the past challenges. So if you're just coming in at the tail end of this challenge, there's plenty more, lots of history to go back and participate in. So just hit that big blue button, take the challenge. Join the community chat, not just this live chat, but the Adobe XD Discord server with over 35,000 participants, 35,000 creatives on that bad boy. Lots of fun. This is where you're gonna find community fun, feedback, all that cool stuff. And this is where we're gonna be taking a look at the work today. You're gonna watch this daily live show and then finally submit your work on either Behance or on Discord or Behance. If you do it on Behance, make sure you use the hashtag XD Daily Challenge so we can find your stuff. It's gonna be lots of fun. While we're talking about it, I've been doing the reviews at the end and I've been feeling very rushed. So I'm gonna do some work review, some submissions right now. This is from Aiken, who's been in our chat like almost every single day. Aiken, are you out there today? Or are you missing today? We're actually gonna review your work. Let me know in the chat, I'm watching it. But this is, I'm gonna sneeze here in a second. You're gonna have to, I apologize, you're gonna have to forgive me. Excuse me. That was a sneeze. All right, well, let's see. What do we got going on here? I think he's actually commenting on some work. Let's find the newest work. What was yesterday's work? Yesterday, we actually did a fun like checkers game, like a mobile game, and we used some sound prototyping to get some clickety clacks inside of there. This is, let's get the volume up. This says volume up. Let's do it. What do we got? Do we get sound? Let's hear. I don't hear any sound. Maybe the sound's not coming. I'm not hearing any sound. But it is a very fun little interface. Love the animations. Invited. Ooh, look at that. That's where we got the names there. Nice little, is this tic-tac-toe? Tic-tac-toe. Is there sounds coming from this one? Oh, listen to that sound. Ooh, That is pretty spicy. That is pretty hot. Coming from Indian.pixie is the screen name. Great submission. I love that one. Julia says that was the most planned out sneeze that she's ever seen. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to be considerate while honoring my my sneezes. All right. Well, Indian Pixie says, geez, that's my work. And guess what? It was great work. Let's look at another one. This is another, oh, that's the same one from Indian Pixie. Let's find another piece of work to take a look at. This is Kids Flicks. Let's look at this little prototype happening right here. Cute little animation into the, oh, look, adding the friends. Boom, boom, boom. I like the little animation happening there. Really nice. The only thing I would say is, maybe bring a little bit of dimensionality into your work. Maybe play with colors, especially like for kids. You could go really extreme and have fun with bright, vibrant colors. That would be some feedback I have for this one. But the animations and the prototype is really simple, really easy, really nice. Let's do this one. This is by Saba MD. This is the Watch Party for Kids app. Let's look at that one as well. I'm digging all of this work. I'm trying to figure out, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where do I click? I don't know where to click. I've been led to an Adobe XD blog. I don't know how that happened. How do I get to, okay, well, I can't find that piece. So fail on my part. Sorry, I wanted to look at it. Let's do this. Turn-based game. This one was by Zoe, who's in our chat. Zoe, come on. Big emoji hands up for your work. Let's take a look. Oh, it's Battleship. What's up? What's up? Okay, where do we click next? Refresh. Oh, you were rotating here. Oh, we've placed all of them. We're ready to play the game. Be patient, waiting for your enemy. Ooh, I like this a lot. We're gonna tap on a grid. Confirm. Miss. Oh, this is fun. Good old school Battleship Online. Who doesn't like a little seek and destroy of fake naval armada? It's good times. Okay, well, hey, I love it. I love the work. I love everything you guys are doing. And this is what the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge is all about, having fun and doing some fun stuff like that. I hope that really challenged you and sharpened your skills to kind of think that way. Really fun. Today, we're going to be building, here's our starting file. Let's drop down and get started with it. We're going to design and prototype kind of like a browse and save experience for an online event interface. Like, hey, let's find online events and let's browse them and let's maybe sign up for them, save them to favorites, something like that. We're going to try to use some advanced prototyping techniques. It's kind of a culmination of a lot of things we've done over the last 2 weeks. We'll be trying to do a lot of that. Okay, so we have some inspiration down there, lots of resources, and a starting artboard. You probably have some shapes and some columns and layout stuff there. Probably not the icons. You can go find yourself some icons and jump in. Everyone seems to be doing okay. Let's see. Jennifer Poole says, oh noes, I sent the curse to Jesse Showalter. I swear it was most likely from dust. That's probably what it is. I was doing a little work in my backyard with some rocks and dust, and I got a little dust in my schnoz, in my beak. So it wasn't you, Jennifer Poole. It was me. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get started. This is just gonna be kind of your generic, like, let's find, I want it to be multi-column, and I wanna be able to tap around and see different experiences. So we're gonna try to work really fast and see what we can come up with today. I got a few elements on the screen, and I don't know what is, that's left over from my checkerboard. I got some components that don't belong there. So let's just delete those and get those out of there, okay? I like this. Let's see, this is, I think when I created this starting file, I was thinking this was gonna be like an active state. So why don't we do that? I'm just gonna make this component my active state. Let's do something like that. Let's bring some typography into here. And let's, I don't know, do something like, why is it not typing? I don't know why it's not typing, because it's white on white. That's why, Jesse, you big nerd. All right, we're gonna just do a little dashboard right there. Probably kick this in, and let's make some space for, let's make some space for an icon. I'm thinking an icon there. Oh, look at that. We have a little dashboard icon. It's almost like I planned this out. It's almost like I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. I'm just figuring things out as we go. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit big. What size is that text? That text is Roboto at 25. It's really big, which means these icons are really big. I think that's probably a question you might be thinking out there is like, how big is too big for the icon? Literally, it's really just, you're just figuring out I'm just figuring it out as I go. I'm trying to figure out what's right. I do want my text to be a little bit bigger. I'm not sure if I like Roboto for this, but we're gonna work with it for now. Okay, so that's dashboard. Pretty good. Why don't we do something else? Like, okay, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna move this thing out of the way. And I'm gonna bring down a couple of these. I could repeat grid. I'm probably just gonna unlock it from the repeat grid, to be really, really honest. So, because I have my icons already in my file. If I had them outside of my file, that I could understand, but I don't. So we're just gonna repeat grid, ungroup the grid. Just a quick way to make some extra stuff right there for us. What else would we have on this? Like maybe like chat, or calendar, settings, favorites. Let's do favorites. Okay, let's get it out of there. Double click right there, pop that into place. Let's go back over to our layers panel. We're gonna get rid of our gauge and let's make this our active one, okay? So we're gonna move this into place. We're just lining it up there. Shrink it down, doesn't need to be so massive. And then our active state, obviously we want the text to be white and we want that thing to be white. We might want to fill this bad boy as an active state. Don't we want to fill it? I think we do. Let's bring it up like that. That's a little bit better. So it could be something like that. And this is going to be favorites. How's everybody doing in the chat? Pretty good. What else do we want to have? Maybe calendar. Not like your own calendar. And let's just do one more because we got to move on. We can't just be building navigations all day. We got stuff to do. Calendar. What else do we have? Settings. Like here's a little settings gear icon. So let's bring those in. They're right there. Let's take our calendar, remove it, pop it right into place. Get rid of that. I'm just Command X or Control X if you're on a PC to just cut it from its place, and then I'm just pasting it into its place. I use cut and paste a lot. That's just me. Okay, so here's our sidebar kind of thing. So let's just group the whole thing together, call it sidebar. I'm thinking we want the entire back of this. I don't know what we want. These are all a little bit dark for me. So let's grab all of these and let's get away from this firm black color and drop it down to maybe like an off gray color, maybe even less. I want it to be kind of subtle. Let's do that. And then we'll grab that same color to make the icons that way. Because we don't want the icons to really stand out. We want the active state to stand out, okay? Okay, always remember big thumb syndrome, Jennifer Poole says. That's true. You got that fat thumbs issue. You got to make sure things are tappable. Although this is a website, so maybe you were talking to somebody else, Jennifer, and not me. But although there is the opportunity to tap this on some devices, so you do have to keep that in mind. Lots of things to think about. Let's do this. Let's move our settings gear all the way down to the bottom. That's something you might find. And then let's grab all of these things and move them down because you probably have some sort of like branding up here at the top. Eventer. I don't know. That's the worst name for a startup of all time, but that's what we're doing today. Eventer. Let's pick something just a little bit different to make it stand out. Okay. And let's make that bigger and let's make it a little bold. Okay. So worst branding that's ever existed in the history, but that's not what we're focusing on today, right? We're focusing on prototyping and fun stuff. All right. Now we're going to probably use some repeat grid stuff. So let's do that. I'm going to make this entire background just like this off gray. I don't want it to be pure white. I really don't. You know why? Because I want my cards to be white and I want my cards to pop with a little bit of a shadow, not real thick like that. Bring the opacity of it down. And also I'm hating the rounded, like the border radius of this. My little active state was 14. Maybe this one could be 14 to match it. So now I'm just playing with contrast. I want my background to be light, but I want contrast on my cards. So we're just gonna play with that gray until we like what we see there, okay? I kind of like that. I'm digging that. Let's bring some typography into this bad boy. Okay, I'm gonna bring this, and this is actually where we want to look. So I'm gonna make these a little bit thicker and a little darker. Okay, well, let's do a date card here. So let's do a big, like, I don't know, like the 12th. What day is today? Today is Friday the 24th. So let's do 24 right here. Let's make it even bigger. And then right above that, let's size that back down. And then we'll put the day, like Friday, like that. And then let's bring the opacity down. You'll see I'm doing like different techniques. Sometimes I bring the opacity down. Sometimes I pick a different color. I wish I had like an explanation or reason as to why I would do that. Maybe sometimes it's just speed. Maybe sometimes you might want to use the opacity trick versus choosing a different color because you might be changing the background and you want it still to, you don't want to have to change the color of the text every single time. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Let's hit L for line. I'm just going to draw a line down. Again, opacity trick. Whoop, just bring that line down like that. And then let's do something like here. Just gonna put some new text here. And this could be like, on this day you have 5 events, right? Okay, so let's bring the size of that up. Or excuse me, the opacity of that up. 5 events, we're down at like 17. Let's keep it right there. And then let's put like a price range, like anywhere from $0, like these events might be, to like $250. I don't know. We're just coming up with these things as we go. Why don't we do a little contrast here and here, something like that. Yeah, it could be simple like this. This is just a little kind of date card, 5 events. Let's make these center aligned. Why not? Because we're trying stuff here. And why don't we just make them a little bit bigger? All right. So we have created a little date card. Okay, I like this date card. I'm going to grab the whole thing. I'm going to make a component out of it. Command Control K, Command or Control R for repeat grid. Let's do this fast. Ready? Let's move this up, and we have plenty of events going on. We're just going to give it a little bit of spacing, and now we just go through and we would change these dates like this, right? 27th, 28th. Let's keep expanding our repeat grid out one more. And 29, obviously if we had time, we'd want to go in. We would want to update each of the days. We ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that right now. Let's do some top bar stuff. So if we're thinking about like a web application, website, something like that, we have that sidebar. We also probably have this like top bar thing that's happening with our logo. So we're just going to center that, use my alignment tools, group this together, call it top bar. What else might go inside the top bar? I don't know. You know, maybe some little controls. Let's take this card and make a littler version of it, bring it up, and I'm actually going to use like a gray color for it. I'm going to turn the shadow off. Let's do it real flat up here in the top bar. Something like months, like the month that you're on. So we want to be able to navigate, like, what are we in? April 2020 up here. Center it, make sure my text is centered, that whole deal. Let's bring in our little chevron right there. We're just making a little interface. We're just whizzing along and trying to make this as fast as humanly possible. How much time do I have left? I got like 5 minutes left. That's all I got? Oh my goodness, these go by so fast. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Just thanks for Adobe for having me on the Daily Creative Challenge. It's been lots of fun. Hope you guys have enjoyed the challenges. I've had a lot of fun. So let's put up those things up there and let's just grab these and chill them out. I feel like they could be great. Again, when I do that, when I chill things out, what I'm actually saying is this doesn't need to be a primary action. Action needs to be a secondary or a tertiary action. So I'm going to bring down the contrast. I'm going to bring down the prominence. I'm going to make it not stand out, but still be accessible at the same time. Kind of basic UX principles happening there. Hey, I like this. Let's keep doing something like this. Let's do, instead of that, let's watch how easy this is. Filter. Let's put a filter there. I think we got a little filter icon. So let's pop that bad boy in. Bingo. Woo! Make sure we grab, and I don't like this box around the outside, so I'm just going to get rid of it. And I'm going to, again, chill it out to kind of match the other one. Just like that. Let's get rid of the chevron that's over there. And why don't we I don't know, we'll tilt this down, something like this. And this thing is like really spaced out. I don't think it needs to be as spaced out. This little filter bar, it doesn't need to be. I'm working really fast. I would usually spend a lot more time like making sure these things are exactly the way I want them. I wouldn't necessarily be working this fast. Let's just really quickly do a little profile avatar over here. I'm gonna hit my plugins. I'm gonna go down to UI faces. I use this bad boy all the time. I'm gonna drop a little UI face right in there, just like that. Okay, got a few minutes left, cruising, everything's doing good. All right. Yeah, if you bring the opacity down, would you do the full day? I'm not sure what you mean, Jennifer Poole. Please let me know what you mean by that. I would love to answer that question. Let's do an active state. So we have an active state here. Maybe we have selected this one, and now we need to do like a legit active state. So here, let's give it a little bit of a gray color. Let's take this and use the same blue that is active there. And I don't know, let's do the same thing here. Let's make this blue as well. Shall we? We shall. I kind of like that. I don't like how gray this is though. Obviously, that's too gray. The contrast is really bad, but we are showing maybe a little level of active state there, or yeah, let's do that. Okay, you want like descending versions of active. So we have active here, it's really, really filled in. We have like active here. Maybe that needs to be a little bit lighter. Again, we don't have time for it. But now we've selected this little thing. I have an idea. Let's do this. I'm gonna, just because I want to make it like something else, I'm gonna ungroup this from the grid because I want to do something unique for my active state. I want to add, I think, like a point in there, and I want to drag this out. Okay, I don't know, just something like that. I would really have to play with that. I think my corners are super wonky up here, so I'd probably have to play with that, like delete those little extra edges. But now I have like an active state. It's pointing over to the active content. Okay. And then we're gonna do something like this. Let's introduce a little bit of color in here, shall we? Something like this. We're lining that up on the top. Let's just bring our typography in here. Boom. Okay. Let's left align everything and let's stretch it out like this. Okay, like this one is like, I don't know, live stream, because obviously we all like live streams. That could be a thing. Let's pick a color, something that works with that. And we'd probably want to do, I don't know, some sort of, let's just do like an avatar, like a really generic one, shall we? We'll pick a blue color, something like that. We don't have time to do a lot of it, but it could be something like that. And then we would take our little time icon and throw this in. I'm thinking almost like a Google like calendar. If you ever use the iOS app, it would like create like stock avatars for you. That could be kind of fun and cool. Let's take our border and make this blue, and then we'll choose like a time for it. And I think I'm gonna make some generic copies of this, and then get to at least one prototype action. I didn't realize I was going to be designing as much versus prototyping. So boom, boom, 10 a.m. Let's make that smaller, something like that. Okay, I'm going to grab all that, group it together, and I'm just going to make some copies of this, something like that. Okay, and then over here, obviously you'd want to have, like, if you still, excuse me, let me just chill these out with a little bit of gray, something like that. Your active one, you'd want to have your details over here, right? Like, we see what's happening. Like, we've selected, you know, our favorites or the calendar. We selected a day. It showed me the available things. And then we have like all the information over here. Maybe you'd even want to throw like almost like an Eventbrite-ish image over here. Let's go back to our plugins and just find what's that one that goes, photo splash. Let's do this. So like, I don't know. Let's find me a computer. It would help if my caps lock wasn't on. Computer, something like that. Yeah, let's pick that one. Let's throw it in. So now you have like the details over here. Okay, so far so good. I think it's all right. We have time. Oh my goodness, we don't have time for anything. I'm so sorry. I have failed on my final day. I just didn't get the time. to do any fun advanced prototyping. So I broke my own rule. I'm so sorry, everybody. But the homework for the day could be to take this concept, this idea, and bring it to life with some fun interactions. So make some new artboards, maybe some component states, click back and forth between the different days and see all of those events come to life, and do it better than me, right? That would be the hope. Oh my gosh. Guzin says, really enjoyed your videos, Jesse. You're so fun. Love your energy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try to bring the fun to the party. I may not always finish all my projects, but such a quick timeline. These quick streams get to me. Well, again, thank you guys so much for partaking in the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. Stick around. There's more content coming up. So grab a glass of water, use the restroom, stick around, stay safe, stay indoors, wash your hands. We'll see you next time on the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. Take care, everybody.